record on this computer. Yo, Shane, a while ago when you turn your head sideways, start, the man almost look like DeMarco.
DeMarco.
Yo.
Like you have a look up like the Mohawk thing on the side and you see me? Yeah.
Yo, why
only,
did that DeMarco?
the only thing is DeMarco have to bleach out for brown like
Yo, yo. We're record?
So,
yeah man, we start record man, but that now gonna make the edit.
final
Yeah,
cut.
nothing wrong if it make the final cut. I like.
You see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at any rate, I don't know the thing go. It's another week. Welcome to the Reggaecy, where we endeavor to preserve the legacy of reggae and dancehall music, as it relates to the reggae and dancehall culture. You have Shane, Oliver, and myself, Randy. See, yeah man, big up people. More love, more respect. Thanks for always supporting.
Big up Peter Touch too. I rock the Peter Touch today. I buy it from the actual Peter Touch website. So people go there and support the legend Peter Touch too.
Is that website affiliated with the museum?
Yeah. Yes, and with the family. Yes, it's being run by his family. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
It's official.
Nice.
It's official.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man, respect, and y'all lead the way by showing us that we need to support black-owned businesses as well. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's something what we do, right?
Yeah.
Not just me. That's something we do. So I always say these are little tidbits that we put into the show, not just about reggae and dancehall, but black culture in general.
Right.
Any little thing we think can help push the people then forward. We give that advice. Anyway, lead the way.
Anyway, so yeah, this week we have a few topics. One that's paramount, and we're gonna address it first, is the BET Awards 2020. Basically the Reggae Cypher, which included Shensia, Skip Marley, Coffee, Bounty Killer, and Beanie Man, right? So we're just gonna go around the room and share thoughts and everything. Before we even do that though, just so for those who don't know, I kind of wanna just give you a little preview of what we're talking about. So I'm gonna share my screen and just to give you a preview. Not gonna be the entire thing, just a little preview, like I said. So I could do that now. All right.
Maybe we can get them pieces of each person. No?
Representing for the 2020 Hip Hop Award, and this is the Reggae Cypher with Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Coffee, Skip Marley, Sensia, Dang diggy diggy dang 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 dang. Take it away, DJ Liquid, and the brothers sing.
All right. I think we're good there at the second. Basically introduce everybody. Yeah, I think we're good right there stuff, you know. People, you know, check it out. It's on YouTube. You know, so you can follow through and check it out and see what you get from it. But right now that's what we're discussing right now. You know what I'm saying? We're discuss the happenings, how big it is to us, and what we like about it. You understand? So just to start, I don't know, Oliver, Shane, all come before S. So Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, wow. That's how I do it this week. All right, alphabetical order. All right, yeah. I wonder what was the order for the cipher. However, yeah, I'm jumping at it. I think this might be the first reggae cipher. I don't recall ever seeing one. They've had us perform on the BT show before,
Right.
but never done a cipher. As anyone, if you don't know, when BT does the show, they always have ciphers from different coasts, different groups. So this is the first reggae cipher. I thought it was good. It's a good look. Really, anything that pushes the culture forward, put us in the limelight, put us into different audience is always a good thing. So I'm gonna just talk about the positives that I like. I thought it was a good I thought Shensia was good, a good way to start and to introduce herself to the audience that might not know her. I thought her freestyle was good. She came across very friendly and of course easy on the eyes, but we know that already. So that was good. Number two was Skip. Now Skip, I like the outfit. Um, he was looking well prepared and sharp for the show. I was a little disappointed in his performance. Of all the freestyles, I felt his was the weakest. Sorry to say that to the young general, but it felt to me as if he just did a verse that he already had ready. I could be wrong, or he was really trying to freestyle. I don't know. He seemed offbeat. Am I wrong?
Shane.
I mean, in my opinion, based on as far as freestyles go, right? I doubt any of them actually freestyled. Because I mean, Shensia did a song that she has, but she,
I think they could, but I don't know if
you know
did
what I mean?
or didn't.
Not
Beenie
saying-
Man
not saying
sounded like a freestyle.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, them kind of sort of, yeah, even though it was pieces of certain songs, it kind of sort of freestyle it in the sense that
freestyle in the sense of making it relevant to the occasion, right? For Skip Marley, based on what I know of Skip Marley, what I expect from him, I understand where Oliver coming from. You know what I mean? As far as Skip Marley's part of it goes. For me, Bounty Killer was the number one, right? I felt like Bounty Killer should have been the end note and the cipher, as opposed to being the one.
Hold on 1 second.
Right?
In reference to the Skip Marley part, I think for me, when me accept as the reason why it was I feel like maybe because he was around these in the dancehall industry, reggae industry, kind of somewhat giants, him kind of did look a bit nervous. That me feel. Me don't know why as an artist he should have been that way, but
I mean, it's not a freestyle.
I think what happened is, not even say as far as freestyler.
Yeah, but that's not his. Most roots artists don't freestyle.
Yeah, but remember, Skip Marley, I'm gonna put it now. Skip Marley not really grew up a yard.
He did.
He did?
Yeah. I mean, in mother, what's her name? His mother is from the group, the Melody Makers. What's his mother's name? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry, people, but we want to get this right.
Yeah.
Sidella, is it Sidella? Sidella, right? Yeah, Sidella came to me before. Sidella.
Okay,
Sidella is a designer in Jamaica.
My understanding was he grew up in the US, but I could have been wrong. That was not educated assumption, right? But the way, for me, watching Skip Marley from like years ago, to me that is his personality or demeanor. You know what I mean? More laid back and cool, smooth kind of vibe, right? As opposed to a Bounty where aggressive, and that is just who Bounty Killer is. You get what I'm saying? So,
I mean, for me, I don't think you have to be aggressive to be able to freestyle.
No.
I just thought he didn't do a good job. He was offbeat.
And I think opposite
and
of
I'm not
what you
knocking
guys,
the young man.
I think opposite of what you guys are saying. I think what we're seeing is new artists are newer, younger artists in comparison to veterans that's been around, that they're not gonna get a little flustered because of
maybe
the environment or the setting. That's what me feel.
Are the expectations too?
Exactly.
Well, you said I think new artists. I personally would have liked that. I was going to get to that. I would have liked to have seen more new artists from the dance circle, and not these artists that are somewhat already known. But maybe that's what they were going for. BT wanted people who were known. But I would have liked to see maybe even a Dexter Daps, maybe Massacre, someone else as well.
So I think with these artists that they chose to, they were kind of safer, safer. Like, okay, since you have good management, safe for
Right.
you, essentially. Safe for you, skip. You
And
know?
then it probably have a lot to do with relationships as well, which we talk about all the time.
And we don't know who said no.
Yeah.
Some people could have said
we don't
no.
know who reached out or who and how those connections were made.
Protege could have said no.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So a lot of factors possibly in there that we don't know about.
But the whole thing put together was awesome to me. It was awesome to me.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I echo Shane's sentiments. I thought Bunty had the best freestyle.
Bunty killed it.
This is Bunty Killer. Legend, 30 years in the business, still doing it.
That felt like a freestyle to me too. That didn't feel rehearsed or anything. That felt like a real freestyle.
It could have, maybe he had bits and pieces. Because he was, you're gonna freestyle.
Yeah,
but it did seem freestyle.
And I mean, artists like Bunty Killer, we know that like a beat come, you can just flow with it, regardless. You know what I mean? Him kind of have that innate ability to do that, right? Beanie Man part now. I mean,
the elephant in the room.
Like certain lines of Beanie Man drop, I was like, this is not the time.
Why?
You get what I'm saying?
You're like, why?
All right. So I'm gonna make it talk about Beanie Man, right? But I'm gonna bring up something. But kind of go through. So it's 5 artists, right? So I kind of thought about it like segment, just like when I go through artist for artist, segment it and break it down. So I thought, like we could talk about coffee before we even jump to Bunty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can't skip over coffee because coffee's
verse
delivered. Prolific, lyrical, and our emphasis, our move. That's what I'm saying.
And our setup.
Yeah.
Our circle of flowers with our barefoot in the grass that just
dope.
Calming.
Yeah. Dope. So for all of the people that may talk foolishness about Coffee Star, yo.
Leave her alone.
Yo, the young lady.
Foota Hype.
Oh.
Not to segue, but Foota Hype was saying, let me speak proper so people can understand. Foota Hype was saying something about the video with Pressure. They disrespected Buju because they had some scenes with gay flags in the video. And Buju shouldn't be in this video. And I was just like...
How many never see that? You wouldn't see that?
I didn't.
You're fine.
This is what Foota Hype though.
Someone I look for that. That means...
No, you see the skip? You see the skip with Mike Tyson and Boozy? Where Mike Tyson is saying, why are you always so bothered by homosexuals?
Right.
Is it that you're a homosexual? And I'm not saying it, but to me, Foota is too much in leave it alone, brother.
Yeah.
Like every week. I didn't even see it. All 3 of us see it. I didn't even recognize it.
Wasn't it clips from just the protest and everything?
That's what, but he's saying, why did they put
why? Boy, you get a brother too much PM right now. Like, seriously? We are talking about the big Shensi, we are talking about Skip.
No, I'm not giving him. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Foota have a following. He does.
Oh, yeah?
Which to me, he does.
A Skittle following.
I don't know who they are, but he has a following. And this is the era we are in, where just the fact that you have following, people listen to you.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought it up, because I was just like, yo, people stop listening to this guy, man.
Okay.
But anyway, let's go back to, but I said it just to defend Coffee. Leave her alone, man.
Again, I gotta tell you again, Coffee's addition to this cipher, dope. Like,
yeah, Coffee.
I mean, everybody did well, right? Even though we just mentioned being somewhat disappointed with Skip, because it's almost because we have higher expectations of people why we get disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, because we know Skip capable.
Exactly.
It wasn't terrible. I just think it was a hard task to put him amongst people who can really DJ per se, and he was the only actual singer or culture, because Coffee can really spit.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Which was evident.
I felt like maybe it could have been the beat was just not for him, but the same beat was fine for everyone else. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm a love boy, even Coffee.
But he did
Coffee,
his thing.
Coffee came off so real with how she performed, like
effortless.
Yeah, you dig? Next part now, like one of the talk about Bunty, lyrical,
The Life on a Bed of Roses.
Delivered, and his delivery was on another level, like real big man thing, the big voice, everything. Thing just did on another level. I think that is the difference between a young artist or a new artist and a veteran. What Bunty did there is separated himself, even though it was a 5 people collaborative effort. In performing a sense, to separate himself from everybody else. And my life. Now on to the controversial part of what happened, being a man.
But maybe we alone think it's controversial.
I think it's controversial.
Why we alone?
I haven't heard it.
No, but it's obvious.
So Shane, tell me your thoughts. What's so controversial about what Beenie Man did and how he performed?
Like, when we like, all right. First of all, right, the energy we get from the whole thing, as far as Beenie Man is concerned, big up Beenie Man, one of my favorite artists from the 90s.
Yo, hold on, no.
Listen to me now, listen to me. But no, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But on the Cypher, I just felt like he bullied his way into, in a sense, taking control of the Cypher, if that makes sense.
It's almost like he wanted to separate himself.
Like him
and the big man, like him and the boss.
You notice his chain,
exactly.
You notice the pendant he had on?
No.
He made sure he had on a pendant that said King.
Oh, okay.
And I've never, I'm not watching him, but I've never really seen this King pendant that much. And I think he made it pretty.
Yeah, evident. Because at this, him started, him introduced everybody, and boom, and then he was the last one. So, you get what I'm saying? So it's as if it's my song, I'm doing the intro, I'm introducing my fellow artists, and I'm going to finish with a bang at the end.
But he always defer to Beenie. But I always wonder why.
But that's how I felt about it. Like,
I think it's what would I call it? He's more humble. He's a more humble, grounded guy. We understand himself. I don't think it's anything else. Him just humble and more grounded, understand himself. That's it. Beenie Man now, him feel like him have to always prove.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
A lot of insecurities then.
Exactly.
Like, I have to be the spotlight, like, regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And Bunty is just doing what he's doing best and not get caught up in the whatever.
But this is Beenie Man. This isn't new. This is Beenie Man, whether people want to believe it or not. If the news is not about Beenie Man is not interested.
And furthermore, right? Because he said in the Cypher, versus what did not include us, right?
Yes.
But that's not true.
But then the next verse said, I wonder if Americans don't like us because they curse us or something along those lines.
Wonder if they don't like us. Like, wonder if they like us or they curse us, right?
Yeah.
Right. But to say Americans, I was like,
yeah, you're talking to
whole
BT.
America.
BT is included in that generalization, right?
Right, and the whole America. And
so I'm saying that's not the time or place, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Talking about versus battle and Billboard
from 5 months ago
has nothing to do with this BT Cypher, and that's petty and immature and reckless. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you feel clever. Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
No, just to point out what we talked about before about being a spotlight and all of that. There were so many different people that were in the versus battle and whatever who did not get included on the cover, right? Everybody was still included in the article, right? But because you were not visualized on the upfront cover for you know what I'm saying, to be upfront and whatever the case is, you had a problem. And you come and you talk about this again in this setting. And for me, I was disappointed in that. I felt some type of way. Listen to Bounty Killer part. Listen to Bounty Killer part.
So
Yeah.
this
I never
is Beenie Man.
disappointed, but yeah.
This is Beenie Man. He's petty. This is Beenie Man. There's nothing new here. He's done stuff like this before. I've often wondered if this is the type of little things that hurt other artists and himself and hurt the genre. Because people say, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They don't know how to let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
They don't know how to let business not interfere with personal, right? And he, to me, felt like he got very personal with that freestyle. And as much as I'm going to use this opportunity to call out everyone, I had another issue with it, two other issues. He said the verses which he pronounced Shenxia's name incorrectly.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is how he pronounced things. I took it offensive because it's not that difficult to pronounce Shenxia. And he said Sensia. Some people will say, oh, I'm picking. But these are, I have to say this because these are the type of things Beenie Man does. These little type of little sticks at you and jabs. And then he says, oh, I didn't do this. Then he made a rhyme and people are going to probably attack me for this. And he said, I'm hotter than the coffee in the thermos. I personally took that as a jab at coffee.
Yeah. Like
why?
Trying to say.
But hold on now. Did you peep that coffee big them up in her part though? Did you peep and she said Moses? I never big she big him up. A big she
like, yeah, like my brother Moses. Yeah.
She big him up. So why disrespect her?
Well, maybe people will say we're reaching and it's not disrespectful.
That's not reaching. As a veteran artist, there's a lot of different things that could be hot in a kettle. Like tea. You get what I'm saying? So you said coffee in the kettle, not by mistake. And I refuse to believe that are even entertained.
And then Jamaican pan a whole and drink a whole heap of coffee, even though them have the best coffee in the world.
Exactly.
Coffee.
And as you said, Shane, as a veteran artist,
there are many. You could have said soup in the kettle, tea in the kettle, porridge in the kettle. Those are also things that are very hot. Yeah.
Yo.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that to me was intentional. Yeah. It's like you're trying to say, regardless of what go on, me hotter than whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Right. As a veteran artist, I think you're usually very keen, especially when you're writing songs and freestyling. You're very sensitive about saying certain things to make it not come off like you're taking jabs.
Exactly.
And I would think he would have thought of this. Everyone knows who Coffee is. This is a line she's actually
and
said.
Everybody knows a Coffee the artist.
No, but she's actually used this line.
Yeah.
She's actually said this in one of her songs.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it. Look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But to me, I just think...
Oliver, point out the line so people know exactly what you're talking about.
The line where he said she's hotter than coffee in a thermos.
Yeah, but what is Coffee's line?
She said the same. What did she say? You remind me, because I pretty much think that's what she said.
I thought she said hotter than the coffee in the thermos. I thought she said.
She said something along those lines.
Right. I normally should have said hot coffee or something like that. But for him now, take it around and say hotter than the coffee in the thermos or in the kettle or wherever the case may be, it's like, to me, it's a job. Take it however you want it, people, it's a job.
Because it's his ego. It's Beenie Man saying, as hot as coffee is, I'm hotter than coffee. But that's in his mind.
People do. I want to ask the masses what them feel about it. We just gave you a snippet and we pointed out what video it is. And
are we reaching?
Yeah. What I like to hear that is Shane's assumption incorrect? Is Oliver's assumption incorrect? Because these are assumptions and opinions based off what we've seen, right? But more time we think about them things, I just think, say, what the difference between the wise and the fool? I mean, Garnet said that, but the wise live and die likewise the fool. So I mean, I understand why Beenie Man move or him move when a man is just a man. You know what I mean?
Because it's always about being a man.
People are people. So the king thing, you know what happened to kings, right? In a past history, kings get them head cut off. So I mean, I don't understand why being a man have to be like this. It's just understand some people just troublemakers after them personality, and people learn to live with it and work with it and work around it. But
yeah, but I'm a little bit concerned why everyone just keeps on letting being a man do these little
allowing him to do it, right?
Yeah.
And then with young, he might do it to younger
everyone takes the high road with him.
If he was doing it to people on his level or even above, more than understand. But when you do it to up and coming people, it's almost like you're kicking them, you're trying to stifle them, you're trying to keep them down. And that's what I don't like. You dig?
I mean, who's he gonna do it to? He has issues with Capleton already. He's not gonna do it to Buju. So who is he gonna do it to?
Yeah, him couldn't manage Capleton, him couldn't manage Bounty. Who else him couldn't manage? A whole heap. You see me?
No, being a man, bad artist, but something off in him to me.
Yeah, the girl them sugar
with him character personally.
Yeah. But on another note though, what we're talking about again is the cipher, the BET cipher, and what it presented. What did you get from this entire thing? Right? Because what I saw here is clearly what everyone else keeps seeing. Right? That honestly, we need a platform. You know, when I say we, I'm talking about not to separate us in a music, black music, whatever. But the Caribbean people from the Caribbean, no matter which island you come from, if we have a platform where we can put forth our reggae and dancehall and soca and all of that to the world, I think it would be a good thing, a big deal. It's time now. If you know,
then we have a soca cipher, you know,
right? And I see how fun that would be. I mean, I'm
simply. It takes a lot of money to put something like this on you.
And that is the thing. That is the thing. The resources, but there had to be a demand for somebody to decide that, yo, let's do this. It's beneficial to do it. You know? So
but we have to start from somewhere.
So what you would think, Shane? Caribbean Music Network or something like that? What do you think?
I mean, we've had stuff like that in the past. I mean, you had Hype TV one time. You remember? Was it Reggae TV? No.
Hype TV, the right TV.
You had Hype TV.
I think there's 10
What was the one with Suzy Q again?
Oh. But that was just reggae and dancehall, right? Focus.
Yeah, but still.
I actually used to like that show with Suzy Q.
What was the thing?
Well, man, I show them each man I want there.
It was a more American show though. Was it in Jamaica?
It was in Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name of it. But those were really good examples of what we could have or what could be in Jamaica to expose more of our culture. And like you say, if we have something wide around the Caribbean, especially with a lot of talent coming out of the different islands like Trinidad, and different areas like that. Barbados.
Why aren't we doing it? Is it the money? Is it that we don't have
I think it's still a level of separation in a lot of ways. I had friends who lived in St. Lucia, for example.
Yeah.
And based on their stories, it's like there's always a rift between them and St. Lucians. You get what I'm saying? There's also stories about like Barbados women or Bajan women don't like Jamaican women because they say Jamaican women always steal the men. You know what I mean? So there's always this kind of me against you situation among the islands in my as far as I know or I have seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From other people's stories and stuff like that. So I think it comes down to those cultural differences instead of them making it something that can mesh. It's always like, okay, it's me against you, like a competition, or always, the only thing they can enjoy together, as I can see, is carnival.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's funny I said that because I here in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, I recognize that majority of the people from the Caribbean that prosper, the one them work together. You understand? So it no matter where you come from, good people come from all about stills, and people just the separation sometimes it just hold us back. You dig?
True.
And again, your good point, you're pointing out in a Shane. You see me? But for me, the dominant reason why this hasn't happened and probably can't happen is because there's a difference in, I would say, environment where like for instance, I can't speak for Jamaica because I'm from there. And but the staff, the entire panel is from there. Um, People prioritize like basic needs over even music and dancehall, reggae and dancehall. Them prioritize food. Them maybe even prioritize them clothes, them style of clothes and certain things. Making sure them can pay for where them live and all of these things. Things that sustain them, taking care of them kids, sending them to school and all of them things there over music. So you find, because of that, sometimes to the quality of what we are getting of the music, is usually from like what would I say? People, artists from some of them more in the past from poor neighborhoods where I try a thing where couldn't make it at anything else because of not because they didn't have the talent, but because they were probably shut out after they left school or probably didn't even make it to a certain level in school. So them start DJ or them start rhyme or them take up their music career as a relief, and it blossomed into something else. So you find again, them a lot of the artists them do it to earn a living, right? Them have some sort of money stash where them can take and say, yo, okay, let's build this and let's build that. It's recently we are
Like,
finding out
bigger picture.
yeah, it's recently
Bigger
now.
picture kind of.
Exactly the bigger picture. Recently now we are finding out the artists them all start build them studio. Back in the days, how much artists did have them own studio? Like
True.
everybody there got a particular studio. None of the artists them never had no studio. Back
True.
in the days.
True.
I just enlightenment over a period of time and things getting a little bit more affordable now make people start, gravitate to that. So it's the resources on a whole we're kind of limited this. And another thing, I spied another interview recently, and one thing the person said, where I kind of believe have something to do with the reason why the platforms not established. If you notice again, back in the days, like even maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe in the 90s too, there was a lot to go around in reggae and dancehall, meaning there was cash flow there somehow. Where did the cash flow come from? The cash flow really and truly have a whole heap of people.
A lot more tours happening.
Labels.
Not that, but people are hustle them and them hustle money. Them people where may have been drug dealers or whatever the case may be. Them coming to a substantial amount of money, so them can use it and
a certain backing, yeah.
Turn promoter, build big sound, all sort of things. Right now, them kind of thing they kind of slow. Jay-Z said fast money done slowed up. So if you don't get a little creative and reinventive in a sense, like it's difficult for you to take your little 5 cents or your little $2 or your little, you know what I mean, and say you're gonna take it and start a platform to service people, because that's not necessarily how we are conditioned. We are conditioned for, I guess, basically survival.
Yeah, real.
So I just my 2 cents that still people, if you feel any different,
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, if you feel when
And
that's make no sense.
and in I mean, like you say, at this point, it's like to make a living. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So in the most cases, if you know you're making a living and making a good living, and then I guess living it up, so to speak,
me have one.
then you're probably not thinking about a bigger, more solid situation that you can create to highlight and help other people or everybody else. You know what I mean? So not many people will be thinking like that. If everybody is thinking about, okay, how can I make the next million, or how can I, you know what I mean? Like, if
Right.
that's just the mindset.
Right. So me have another thing to say about it. It seems like me over that, but I'm just gonna say it because so now with the environment that we just spoke about, which basically tells you all or everybody, the masses, how the reggae and dancehall scene or sphere is. You see somebody on the outside, when them a look on the outside now, them realize say, yo, you hear me? Blow, you know what? The dancehall, the reggae and dancehall scene is ripe for the picking. All it need is for me to establish this, build the platform, and do these things, and and take advantage of the artists them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is what happens all the time. If you're not wise and you not see it, right, you're not gonna realize. You're gonna say people are gonna look out, oh, the man them are appropriate, the man them are do this, the man them are that. Them not come from this place, them not come from Trinidad, them not come from Barbados, them not come from Jamaica, and them are steal the style and flow and capitalize on the business. That is because they saw the opportunity. That is what entrepreneurs do. Business people do. They see opportunities, and if them have the resources, can bring them ideas to life. That's what they're gonna do. If me say 10 plot of land I sell, right, and me a light bulb go off in my head, and me can come up with the resources to purchase them 10 plot of land there for a small amount and then resell it for a big amount. Like, why shouldn't I do that? Am my money, right? So business people are business people, no matter where in the world. So if me there, where me there right now in a New York City, and I decide that, yo, you know what, boy, me see a place over in Africa, or a place over in India, or some opportunities over there, and me have my money, and I can just say, yo, look, I can take my money, purchase this or invest in this, and then resell at a higher price because I know the value gonna increase. Why shouldn't I do that? Why should I be prevented from doing that? You dig? So at them kind of thing that we got through, reason why it seems like we don't really own anything. And even as black people, that are the issue we face because majority don't have. Majority don't have. So the few we have basically control everything. Them control the resources, them control the flow, them end up, okay, them like, for instance, reggae and dancehall at now. All it take now is for somebody where really have some money, where really dig the music and dig everything to say, yo, look, I don't care about nothing else. This is gonna be my thing. I'm gonna make this into something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we here at the Reggaecy always have the conversation and I will believe this saying, this simple saying, people. Just a little teachable moment. Me not gonna act like me know everything, but we always have this little saying where if you build it, it will come. If you build any kind of platform and you're really passionate about it, or any kind of foundation for anything, you're really passionate about it, you're gonna build it in such a way, and you're gonna find ways and means to make things happen. It doesn't matter what it is. You see me? From you're passionate about it and you want to see it succeed, you're gonna find a way. That's just my 2 cents. Um, you know, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say further on the topic. Fine, but yeah, I just saw the thing. I just saw the thing there.
That concludes it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Beanie Man, stop fight against the young artists, them star. It look good.